Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Sorry, this is take two. I had a bit of a glitch that I had to fix first. So basically, let's get started. We're going to try to do a live stream all day today. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to take our friend Firestorm, take him from level 1 to level 30 in one day, and I'm going to try to do it live with you guys. There's a few reasons for that. Basically, I missed out the past few live streams, so let's try and make it up with this today. And also, I've been meaning to make a Firestorm character for way too long, so here we are. And also, there's a lot of weird misconception about how long or how difficult it is to bring characters from level 1 to level 30. There's some weird misconceptions about how long it takes, and there's some weird misconceptions about how difficult it is. So today we're going to try to debunk all those. So basically, I've been meaning to make a Firestorm character for way too long, and somehow it just never happened. So today is the day. I toyed with using either this character or one of my other new characters, but basically my new characters were either water and munitions, and I did quite a few munitions mini video lately, or even water videos. So let's try with our friend Firestorm. I called him Nuclear Storm. It's the closest I was able to get. If you guys have better idea for the names that can actually be used on PS4, let me know, and maybe we'll change the name of the character. So let's get started. So this is a brand new character, never played with it before. The only thing I did was tweak the style a bit, and also I redeemed pretty much all the items I had in the marketplace that I could actually redeem. So basically, I'm going to do this live pretty much through the whole day. I'll probably take a break here or two, I'll probably take a lunch break at some point, and maybe one or two bathroom break. We'll see. It'll probably be more than one or two, but you get the idea. So basically, we have our old friend here, Nuclear Storm, aka Firestorm. This is about as close to the look as you can get at character creation. I don't remember if I actually used. There is a template that you can use at character creation, which is pretty much like that. Although I probably tweaked it at the very least a bit. Either I tweaked the colors or I tweaked hello Jabril. Either I tweaked the colors or I tweaked some of the pieces, but overall this is pretty much the look you have at character creation. I would strongly suggest when you start your character, if you don't want the look to change all the time, make sure to lock all the styles. And let's take 1 second to... I don't remember what this actually does. Okay, let's put that... Let's tweak our loadout. Just 1 second. And I'll put it right here. It's not a... Ah, lucky you. Do you have the... So I assume you have the Firestorm style? Ironically enough, my main character at 105 still doesn't have the Firestorm style. I have maybe 2 or 3 pieces. So basically, I'm always putting somewhat range abilities on the triangle. It's not really a trick or anything. It's just that's how my missile memory works. I usually have the range attacks on those buttons. The main reason is that basically the range on DC Universe Online is the triangle. And so if I'm already using the triangle for some range attack, when I use my range attack powers, I'm already on the triangle. It's that silly. No, I'm trying to make that with the character. Basically, I'm trying to show how long it takes to level up a character from level 1 to level 30 without things like the Luthor, the LexCorp starter pack. So I'll just use whatever the game gives me as I'm leveling it up, and I'm trying to basically show that, unlike what some people think, it doesn't take 3 days to level up from level 1 to level 30, or 3 weeks. Like there are people who seems to think that it requires weeks to level up your character. So let's see if we can debunk at least some of those myths. I hate those colas. Oh, and I have a skill point, so let's spend it right now. So the only place I can spend it is here right now. let's see. Decisions. Let's go for the punch. But thanks for the offer, Jabril. It's always appreciated. Come on, I can do it. So let's equip our new chest piece. And also, before I forget, today is the birthday of one of our one of our members. It is the birthday of Dr. Game Legend. Sorry, I got distracted there for half a second. So today is the birthday of our friend Dr. Game Legend. There we go. So happy birthday, Doctor. Sadly, he's not watching us right now. He's at school, from what I understand. You have to go to school a long time to get to be a doctor, so. But I assume he'll pop up when he comes back from school, sometimes around 5, I suppose. Or maybe before that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. For Firestorm? But he's a nuclear man. He uses atomic powers. But it's okay. We can change it later if we decide to. Well, I already have a fire character. Basically, I have my Superman character, which uses fire. And I probably have another character that I can't think of right now. I used to have a Johnny Storm Human Torch character, but I kind of got rid of him. Basically, I did some house cleaning at some point, and I had way too many characters. I still have way too many characters, but I tried to weed out at least some of those characters. And also I was trying to free up some room to create some new water characters. We had water power coming up at the time. And I had at least a couple of water-based characters that I wanted to create. Along with a few others that you guys haven't seen just yet. Although you may have seen a peek here and there. And basically I've been meaning to make a Firestorm character for way too long. Always been a big Firestorm fan. First time I saw the character was in the pages of the comics Legends. It was a DC event in the mid-80s, around 86, 87 I think. It was written by John Ostrander, if I'm not mistaken, drawn masterfully by John Byrne, and inked by Carl Kessel. So I really enjoyed that series, and that was my first exposure to the Firestorm character. And lately we have a version of Firestorm in Legends of Tomorrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So every week we can see our friend Firestorm in action, more or less. Yeah, it makes sense. So you have Superman, Firestorm, Kid Flash, a White Lantern. How dare you have Batman use guns? That's blasphemy. But I did that too. At some point, actually I had created a Bazaro character at some point. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's a range ability. So let's move it to a range button. Oh, wrong guy. So let's. Oh, I'll get it someday. There we go. Although if you make an Earth 2 Batman character, actually not Earth 2, a Flashpoint Batman character, he actually uses guns and flashpoints. But that would make some sort of sense. Always tempting to destroy all the barrels to try to get some sort of feat. You don't have to switch. But if you want to, of course. If you don't want to be Batman from Flashpoint, that's fine. So let's equip our new belt. No, I understand what you mean. It's always weird when you create an iconic character and end up using their own powers or their own weapon somehow. It pretty much defeats the purpose a bit of creating iconic characters. Well, yeah, if you don't have the Batman v Superman Batman emblem, the Rebirth is pretty much the better option, or your only option. Unless you decide to use the Batman Beyond chest piece and color the emblem black. Like put the chest piece gray and the emblem black. I guess that kind of works too. Probably I should probably make a video about that. You have to. If you have a Batman character, you have to have a Batman Beyond armory. You have to. I'm sure it's a law or something. But the Batman Beyond gear looks way too good. So if you have a Batman character, you must have at least partially a Batman Beyond the armory. Whether you only use a few pieces for your Batman character or the whole thing, you have to use some of the Batman Beyond style. It looks way too good. Oh, that was strange. So as a rule of thumb, when I reach this point, I just use ranged abilities. So I break a barrel, use ranged abilities, and that's pretty much it. Let's grab the little guy here. Just realized I'm not sure if I can do combos at this point. One of the good things of Fire is the combos you can make. That gives you the atomic aura. I forget the actual name. Normally I would be very tempted to show the cinematics, but I've already made a video with not all the cinematics, but a whole bunch of them. So if you want to see the cinematics, you could check there. And I probably should have checked quickly the... So here we blast our enemies with harmful radiation, and dazes enemy, making them vulnerable to dazing effects. Daze enemy makes... okay, so I should probably do this first and this next. So let's do a little something here and switch them up. Again, not really a strategy or anything, just something that will be easier for me to get into. Yeah, I don't have that many pieces of the Firestorm style on my main character. I should probably work on that. Let's go grab our mail first. Yeah, that's the sad thing. With the new changes we had recently, even some of the older missions are pretty hard to do. Even if your character is like 200 combat rating, there are some missions that are still impossible to do unless you have a good group, which is a bit sad, I suppose. So basically reaching this point, I'm not going to try to speed up the process all that much, but I'm going to try to go fast enough so that we're not still here at midnight. We'll see. So if you just tuned in, basically I'm going to try to live stream all day. And I'm going to try to take our old friend Firestorm from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. Basically, I checked with some of my other characters. I have my Supergirl character. I was able to get her to level 30 in about 7 hours, almost 8 hours. That's okay. I had a big breakfast just for that, so that I wouldn't have to stop. Probably won't have to stop for lunch either. Or I'll have a light snack for lunch, we'll see. Hello all man. Basically I'm going to live stream all day today. And I'm going to play with our friend Firestorm here. And also I'm going to try to go from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. It should be doable. Basically, I pretty much technically did it in the past. If you look at some of my previous characters, I have a few characters that I recorded all the gameplay that I did with those characters. And I was able to go from level 1 to level 30 in about in less than 8 hours. So let's see if we can pull it off with our friend Firestorm here. So already we're level 5, which is good, I suppose. Oh, and we got a new power. Oh yeah. I remember that one. I haven't played Atomic all that much, but I've played it enough to understand the combos and how to use them. So let's put that here then. Well, let's put that one over here for now. So basically what I can do with that little ability is that I can do the atomic... oh, no, not yet. Oh. I should be able to do, unless you can only do that later on. It's been a while, so let's give it a try. Oh. I hear something. I think there's an underpass here, so that's probably where I hear that from. Oh well. No, I went a little too far south. So let's go back up a bit. I'm good, Allman. I'm good. And you? Okay, let's try that again. I should be able to do the combo 3 times. Somehow my timing is way off. Oh well. We'll manage somehow. So no combo for now, I suppose. Oh. Oh yeah, probably have a new skill point. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now that's the punch I'm talking about. Oh, it disappeared. Basically, I don't have enough power to be able to do any combos just yet. Or to get the aura just yet, I should say. Well, that's okay. We'll get there someday. So, Allman, are you still waiting for the Earth 3 DLC that should come in about a month? I probably should make 1 or 2 more videos about it. Or at least about the Crime Syndicate of America. Well, all we know is that it's going to be in November. When in November, we don't know yet. Could be early November, could be late November, could be November 31st. Yeah, I know, there's no... So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see... But if all goes well, in a month we should have the new DLC. If not, a month and a week. Month and a half. Oh yeah. Well, let's assign our skill point before we continue. Actually, let's keep it. Yeah, I'm probably being overcautious, but last time I made the mistake of purchasing using all my skill points, and when the time came to purchase the supersonic flight movement or flight ability, I wasn't able to. That was a weird noise. I think we're done here. Yeah. Could have sworn there was more side quests, but I think they did remove a few quests since I'm Game Update 73, so maybe there was a few extra side quests. Or maybe they've all just bunched them together when you take the main quest. I guess that could be as well. Hello, man bat. So again, today we're going to try to live stream all day first. Of course, sort of to make up for missing the live stream on the past few days. And also we're going to try to go from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. To try to get rid of some of the weird misconception or false expectations that some people have on the forums. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully there won't be any technical glitch preventing that. I checked with a few of my past characters that I did videos for, and I should be able to do it in less than 8 hours. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But of course, there could always be some technical glitch that won't allow us to do the live stream all in one day. We'll see. Like basically, once I finish a video, YouTube processes those videos in order to be able to have them on YouTube forever. So I never really tried to do a live stream while YouTube was already processing a video. So maybe we'll discover today that that cannot be done. I guess we'll see it when it happens. I never realized Atomic was that power hungry, or is that something that's new from the game update 73? I guess we'll see. Let's take a look at our loadout quickly. So usually I'll put the shield ability over here. So let's try something else. Let's put this here. And let's put this here. So basically I'll have my combos to the left and my shield and combo ability to the right. Ah. Definitely we need more power. Could have sworn I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. Oh, I freaks a bit. It's probably not a big deal, but let's try and complete at least the missions we have in our journal. I'm not trying to power level. I'm just trying to level up just doing missions. And since we're playing with our friend Firestorm, let's talk a bit about Legends of Tomorrow, in which, of course, Firestorms appear every week, more or less. I say more or less because sadly, Firestorm is a pretty expensive character to reproduce on a TV budget. So sadly, we only see Firestorm really just a few seconds per episode. And I'm sure there's even some episodes where we haven't seen him at all. Usually it'll focus more on Martinstein and Jackson. So far, the series, they seem to be trying to be to make it even more comedic than it was previously. Which kind of works for that series, especially Heatwave. Holy crap, I love that character. I remember not liking Heatwave all that much the first time I saw him in The Flash. I thought it was a little too over the top, if it makes any sense. But since then, I pretty much came to appreciate the character, especially in the... I was about to send the pages of Legends of Tomorrow, which is exactly how it feels. It feels like a comic every month. And especially one of those, well, I guess a bit more cheesy Silver Age comics. Which I guess that probably doesn't please certain viewers, I suppose. But for me, I pretty much get a blast out of that. Sometimes they're trying a little too hard, maybe to be funny, but overall, I think it kind of works. Like last week, they had Heatwave fight against the evil Julius Caesar. No, I shouldn't say evil, even though he's a world conqueror, and he wanted to conquer the world. But in all seriousness, the episode of Jules Caesar was very fun. The interaction between him and Rory, Heatwave, it was priceless. And I kind of like also they create this sort of bromance between Ray Palmer and Steele, or should I say Commander Steele? Not that much. I've been fighting some evil minions of the Scarecrow. Been talking a bit about the Legends of Tomorrow. Did you start watching it, the new season? And if so, what did you think about it so far? Well, let's just take this one. Yesterday, the episode, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode of Legends of Tomorrow yesterday, it was a really fun episode. Basically, with the new season, they had Rip Hunter create a new some sort of timekeeping organization. Timekeeping sounds wrong somehow. Time protecting? Anyway, a new organization to protect time. And of course, it's very inspired by Men in Black. Some would call it a ripoff. Not fair enough. And so the legends, as they call them, had to kind of prove that they were still worthy of using the Wave Rider ship and trying to fix time, because they're the one who broke time to begin with. So they broke time last season trying to save the world and the universe. Oh no! I'll remember how I freaked out when I was here the first time, eons ago, or so it seems. Basically, your character cannot do anything, and you're paralyzed by the evil fear gas. No. So anyway, so Legends of Tomorrow, they pretty much took a lot of inspiration from Men in Black, and had Rip Hunter create a new organization, the Time Bureau, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, they took away the Wave Rider from the Legends because they thought they were a little too irresponsible. And then the Legends, led by Dinah Lance, pretty much had to prove that they actually were responsible and could fix their own mistakes. I guess my favorite part of the first episode was seeing Dinah Lance at her new job and how not very happy she was. And I loved how somehow Julius Caesar managed to find a heat wave and kind of ruins his vacation in Aruba.
That should clear out the gas in this area. Now hurry and find Batwoman before she's lost to Scarecrow's madness.
But then, of course, they proved that they could sort of do the job. So they were able to keep their ship. Lucky them. It seems to be the same suit. If they changed it, I haven't noticed. But often they'll do that. They'll make a brand new suit with some of the most subtle differences that often you have to wonder why did they even bother. But as far as I can tell, it seems to be the same Firestorm suit, but they could have tweaked it a bit, and I didn't notice. And also, you barely see Firestorm in the episode, and when you see it, he was flying all around. Like in episode 1, he was pretending to be Ares, the god of war. And yesterday, at some point, he was at the circus, and at some point, he was just flying around really fast. So all you barely saw was Firestorm and creating some sort of ring of fire. So if they did change the costume, I really didn't notice. And so I would say if they did change the costume, it was in very subtle ways. Or at least not enough to really make that big of an impression. They did give Flash a new costume though, which was pretty much the point of the episode yesterday. Sure, at some point we could arrange something. And yesterday, the legends went to the greatest show on the planet, which is basically the circus by P.T. Barnum. I think it was labeled the greatest show on Earth or something. Or am I mixing it up with something else? Which would be possible, I suppose. And it was a really fun Titanic gag. Basically, at some point, they're looking for which time anomaly they could try and fix. And someone suggested the Titanic at some point. And then we had Professor Stein saying, no way, and you'll never get me to set foot on that ship or something. Which was a nice inside joke, seeing how he actually was the captain. He was playing the captain in the movie Titanic. And then we got another Titanic crew member with Billy Zane, who was playing P.T. Barnum in the episode. It was fun to see him act out and even overact a bit, which was perfect for the character. And of course, as we expected, they had to go and Dynalands had to go and get Vixen back. we knew she was supposed to be part of the show, but then in the first episode they tried to make us believe that she went back into the past, and the romance between her and Steel was over. I'm trying to show that you can level up pretty quickly on your own. So I don't think we'll do missions together, but we could do a selfie together if that's good enough for you. Ooh, a Shroud of the Scarecrow. Let's go for that.
Experiment 81. Adverse reactions to specific stimuli can eventually be removed from the subject via carefully measured exposure.
Just making sure there's not anything else. Quick look around to make sure I'm not forgetting something. I'm gonna be all day, Abdullah. So when you get back from school, I'll be here again. Basically, I'm going to do live stream all day. I'll probably take a break here and there for lunch or some sort of thing like that. Sure. When I hit level 30, Jabril, sure, we could play missions together. So Abdullah, when you come back from school, I'll still be making a video, probably. So if you... Oh, level 9 already? Oh, that was quick. So before I forget, let's go into flight and take supersonic. I could probably try some of the other flight powers. But I'm running low on power already enough as it is, so maybe next time. So let's move this here. If you're wondering what it does, let's try and find ourselves. Actually, maybe later. Maybe not. There we go. So basically, we give some sort of uppercut, and it takes us also to our target, and we can punch him and somewhere. It's a pretty cool ability. Almost acts as a teleport. And now we have the supersonic ability, which is always nice. Oh yeah, I didn't assign all my skill point, did I? So let's see what else. So usually the ability that I try to use a lot is Pulse Beam, which I will be using quite a lot with this character, seeing how I pretty much always run out of power. We'll see. Just making sure. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, let's go grab a little feat. Basically a free feat, if you're, especially if you're a hero player. There we go. So for those who just joined us, today I'm going to live stream all day. We're going to try to get our little friend Firestorm from level 1 to level 30. Oh, that nice black flash. Pretty cool. And is that a Doctor Doom? Nah, it's not. Oh, a nice blue Batman Beyond. I'm very happy. We see quite a few people using the Batman Beyond gear. Guess I'm not the only one who really enjoyed that set of gear. So anyway, so basically I'm going to live stream all day. We're going to try to take our old friend Firestorm and take him from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. It should be doable because basically I've recorded in real time the gameplay of some of my characters, and in some cases it took them less than 8 hours to do so. See you later, Abdullah. Have a good day at school. Let's see if we have we got a new. There we go. So the XP Plus booster box is something they give to everyone. So we're going to use it with our Firestorm character. So let's do that right now. Actually, let's wait a bit. Let's see our mail first. Basically, I'm going to waste a bit of time here. But as soon as I go out, I'll activate the booster. So we got a new helmet. We got a Batman Legend. And a Robin Legend. Usually we get those at level 5. So as are at level 5, I did get those 2 characters. And the Mr. Freeze is only good for the style. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Let's sell what we don't need. Usually there's... I knew there was something I was forgetting. So let's get ourselves a pair of pants. I should have bought... No, I bought the right ones. And usually we also buy a headpiece, but we got the Scarecrow headpiece, so we don't really need one right now. And let's continue. Actually, let's talk to our friend Officer Gallant here.
This is Oracle. Took out a Brainiac ship, so taking out his...
I don't think I'll hit level 30 until much later today. But sure, if you want to come by, let's make some sort of selfie. We don't really need to group. Just come where I am, and we'll do that. So let's consume our little XP boost. And let's get started. Oh yeah. I'm sure. That does it for this part. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was wondering why I didn't give an aura to my character early on, and here's why. There's nothing stopping you from giving an aura to your atomic character. I just kind of prefer not to. That's a personal thing, I suppose.
This is Oracle. Took out a Brainiac ship, so taking out his forces on the ground should be a cakewalk. Staging his front line is fine. Head over there and kick some can. Finally, a signal. Get ready to move. Brainiac is capturing other exobyte targets, so he's definitely...
Lois Lane reporting for Daily Planet Live. Look up in the sky. Is it a bird, a plane, or one of the new heroes and villains battling the Brainiac threat? One thing is sure, even with the conflict between Superman and Lex Luthor, or Wonder Woman and Circe, the only enemy they all have in common is Brainiac. Stay tuned for more as the battle against this alien invader plays out.
So if you watched Legends of Tomorrow last night, you probably noticed that they cranked up the comedy quite a bit. There was quite a bit of comedy, not just in that episode. Even the first episode had quite a bit of comedy. And yesterday we saw that our friend, that Heatwave, was a little scared of clowns, which was a fun bit.
Finally, a signal. Get ready to move. Brainiac is capturing other exobyte targets, so he's definitely planning to bomb the whole place. Save those people and take them to the drop-off safe zone nearby. Ooh, we made it back.
And we had a nice moment between Dinah Lance and the Time Bureau lady, whose name I forget right now.
All those he'll start modeling any moment unless you stop him.
And of course, they had a lot of fun with Ray, with his shrinking Ray. Basically, Ray Palmer tweaked his technology so that he could shrink other objects or even other creatures. And of course, they had to call it the shrinking Ray, which was a bit of a fun bit. And they used up a bit of their budget to recreate some sort of saber-toothed tiger. I guess that they figured after doing things like Tiger Shark or Gorilla Grodd, they could probably do more stuff like that. And it wasn't a perfect 3D version of a saber-toothed tiger. You could tell that it was a 3D model. It even looked like a plush puppy sometimes. But it's on a TV budget. They don't have they don't have that huge of a budget, so it's okay when they do that kind of stuff. Hello, Abdullah. I thought you were at school. Oh, we're done here. So let's go collect our reward. Oh, you are at school. Do they allow you to watch YouTube during classes? In my days, we weren't allowed to do that kind of stuff. Actually, we didn't have YouTube, but if you were doing something not approved by the school, like drawing or reading a comic, sadly, that was usually a big no-no. Don't get into trouble, Abdullah. Let's try something I don't usually do. Let's do one of the explorers. Normally I would power on doing missions to try to maximize the XP booster. But I think we can manage somehow. There's our missions I don't do often anymore. Once in a while I'll do them. If let's say I don't feel like doing missions, like the fighting evil villains or stuff like that, then once in a while I'll do some explore missions. But as a rule of thumb, not something I really do nowadays. Not the most exciting part of playing this universe online. So again, it's something that I do if I just feel like relaxing, taking it easy, just flying around. Then yeah, I'll do those missions. But it's been a while, so well, let's do it. But as a rule of thumb, what I was doing at some point with certain characters, I was just purchasing the feat. And then even later down the line, I wasn't even bothering with purchasing the feat. I've been seeing that Spidey kid for a bit. Pretty cool looking Spider-Man. Oh, that's good. So keep going and you'll be able to buy yourself a cosmic material or a phoenix material. Actually, for Arkham Batman, you would need some more stealthy material. You need the void material, that's what you need. Yep, void material. Not sure how expensive it is right now. So now I think we almost have a full set of gear. So hopefully we'll have enough power to keep on doing our combos. As you saw, basically we were missing quite a few pieces, and it makes a bit of it made quite a difference. Oh, we're still missing some shoulders, but we should have them soon. Shoulders and probably a belt would be a good idea. Yeah, you're gonna have to save up a bit. I guess the better option would be to just purchase the material, but depending on how expensive the collections are, you once you gather a whole bunch of cash, and then you're gonna be able to look at the prices and decide if it's cheaper to purchase the collections or if it's cheaper to purchase the material itself. Oh yeah. Not quite there. We still need a bit more power, but we're getting there.
You remember the Gotham gang war, right? It's become a powder keg that's ready to explode. And that's not all. People are going missing. Important people. We've struck a deal with Saryal Ghul to keep an eye on the gang war from her unique perspective. Get to Gotham and I'll explain.
So let's buy ourselves some pulse beam. So basically when we run out of power, we're going to be able to do that. We only need one more strongman. Where is it? There it is. Bye, Abdullah. See you later, I suppose. Oh yeah, the shoulders we needed. Doesn't look like much, but it's 110 extra power we'll have. And once we get a belt, which sadly will be a bit later, I suppose. There's a few briefings, or actually investigations. I knew there was a briefing. Hi there, for those who just joined us. Basically, I'm going to be live streaming all day. And what we're going to try to do today, we're going to try to get our friend FireStorm from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do a 12-hour live stream, so I'll probably end up doing it by chunks of 3 hours. And I'll probably take a break here and there, like I'll probably take a break maybe for lunch or something. Although I had a big breakfast just for that, in anticipation of this live stream, so Maybe I'll have to. I'll wait until supper. I'll just have maybe a snack for lunch. We'll see.
We're trying to see if we can collect the basic injectors the hoppers carry. Without that, the venom can't enter their system. How about it? Grab some?
Oh yeah. So we gained a new power. Let's take a quick look at what we got. And it's a supercharge, so just what we needed. So we'll try to give it a try at some point. And sometimes we get also new skill points. Let's see. Nah, no skill points. So just a few more hopper and a few more razors. No idea if hopper is supposed to be slang for something else. Let's hope not. So one more razor and we'll go in the warehouse. Or actually the distribution center. Oh yeah. Let's grab a little side quest first.
We've been tracking Bane's distribution system through Gotham.
I didn't notice, but sometimes maybe we got not. Thought maybe we got a new reward that I may not have noticed. It happens, but not. It doesn't seem to be. If you hear some strange noises, sadly there's some renovations being done on the building where I live. So it could happen that we hear some big bada boom or some stuff like that. Hopefully not, but you never know. The range seems, I guess we have to be really a bit closer to the targets. There's also these canisters that we need to destroy. The best way is with dual pistols. When you go full automatic with dual pistols, you can pretty much destroy everything, and the canisters as well. One of the few advantages of dual pistols. Let's try not to forget. Oh, wrong way. Let's try not to forget any canisters. But we could come back if we forget one. So try to get them all, but I try not to be too paranoid about it, knowing that worst comes to worst, we can just come back. We got a new pair of gloves. Let's equip those. It's not a big boost in terms of stats, but every little bit helps, as they say. Hi guys, for those who just joined us, basically I'm going to be live streaming all day. The idea is to try to get our little friend Firestorm from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. Let's see if we can do that. Obviously, I'll probably take a break or two during the day, like a lunch break or something like that. But if all goes well, by the end of the day, our friend should be level 30. Hopefully there won't be any technical issues that will prevent us from being able to do this, but we will see. So let's see, there shouldn't be too many canisters for us to find. Oh yeah. So now we can go. The camera zoom. Obviously on PC all you need is to scroll the mouse wheel. On PS4, and I assume the same is true on Xbox, basically you need to hold the L1 button, and then using the D-pad you can zoom in and zoom out. Usually when I play, I stay pretty close like this. But when I stream, I try to get back a bit. Otherwise, it makes it a bit difficult to understand, see what's really going on. So again, using L1, and then you use the D-pad to zoom in and zoom out. You're welcome. I guess I don't affect the canisters with powers, so let's do it with weapons. was strange. Oh yeah, level 12. So let's see, we got a new skill point. Let's complete our weapon, and then we'll start putting points. Basically, I'm not going to use. I never use scissor kicks, so solar flame is the last the last weapon combo I'll purchase. And this is the one I just purchased. Usually works well enough. I'm on US. On PlayStation 4 right now, so PlayStation 4 US. Wrong guy. So one more canister and then we'll probably go inside. Oh yeah. Usually I take a quick look on these rooftops. Sometimes there's exhibits or collections that are just there for you to take. Now I'm trying to make this video showing how you can pretty much go from level 1 to level 30 pretty quickly, and so grouping would kind of defeat that purpose. And also I'm trying to show that you can, if you really want to, do it in a day. There are people who seems to think that it requires days, weeks, months to go from level 1 to level 30. So I'm trying to show that it's not really the case. There are some players on the forums that if you listen to them, you'd think that it's very difficult, if not impossible, to go from level 1 to level 30, and that it takes like weeks and months and years. So I'm just trying to dismiss those beliefs, I suppose. Debunk would be the better word to use. So I'm trying to debunk some of the weird notions or misconceptions that some people not only have but are spreading on the forums. So, but thanks for the offer. Maybe next time. You know what? We don't need that. Actually, I think there might be a feat for defeating those muscles. Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but what can you do? Oh yeah. Nah, I messed up my combo. I could have sworn there was more bad guys here than that. Is your character name Warframe X? Warfare X? Let's see. Zincs. Ah, there you go. Let's equip our new cape. I've added you. You're in my friend list. Right there. I'm not going to group right away. As I told you, I want to level up this character from level 1 to level 30 in one day. And obviously, if I invite you, people will say that, well, you carried me. So I'm just trying to do this with this character on his own. But maybe some other time. Let's grab a little barrel. Yeah, but even doing it with someone else, people will have. As soon as you play a mission with someone else, and if you try to show that something's possible, the usual answer is that, oh, you've been carried by whatever. So if I play missions with you, even if you don't carry me, some people will accuse my characters of having been carried. So maybe next time. Oh yeah, just the shoulders we needed. let's talk to our friend Nightwing.
I'll take care of Bane. Thanks for the assist.
Oh yeah, level up. So we're level 12 right now. Not bad. Oh, level 13. Even not badder. Let's take a quick look. We gained a new power. Let's put this instead of let's put this here. This here. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. So let's go back to the police station. So far so good. Level 13 in about an hour and a half. So let's talk to our friend Batwoman. Oh yeah, level 15 goes by quick.
Seriously can't be far behind. Zatanna in the Chinatown safe house can give you further instructions.
So let's sell. Let's collect our mail first. Oh, wrong button. Played a bit too much Destiny recently, so sometimes I'll be a bit mixed up in my buttons. Basically, the buttons to interact with NPCs is different in both games. The funny thing is, in Destiny, I try to press on the X. In Destiny, often you'll see my character kneel in front of NPCs because I press on the button as if I was in this universe online. Should probably keep it. Let's keep it. And of course, in this universe online, I try to interact with NPCs as if they were with, as if I was in Destiny. That cruel world. Oh, we'll do the Watchtower missions first, and we'll do the Zatanna missions after. Yeah, the Watchtower missions. Not the most exciting missions, but what can you do?
This is it, the Watchtower. Retrofitted it a bit for all you new heroes. Green Lantern John Stewart drew up the plans. He's an architect.
Although a good thing with the Watchtower missions, ideally, if you probably want to save your experience boost to doing those missions because you do a lot of those missions pretty quick. So usually that will give your character a bit of a boost in terms of XPs. Pretty cool.
Others all contribute to a
Weird
fund
Batman.
that rewards heroic activity and provides this secure storage for your gear.
Why not? Basically, you get those styles from Prometheum lockboxes, but some of the styles you get, sadly, a lot of the styles you get from Prometheum lockboxes are pretty much the same styles you get over and over. And at some point, you kind of run out of characters to give those styles to. Not really run out, but at some point you don't really know which character to give them to because almost all your characters have those styles.
Society and villains at bay. Welcome to the heart of the Watchtower. This is where the Martian Manhunter determines our global alerts from data in the monitor board. The Huntress
Martian Manhunter is so cool.
investigation into the question
Ironically enough, we don't see him all that much in the game though.
where Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman coordinate the League. Only official Justice League members can enter the hall.
Let's do the Huntress mission before we forget. So a pretty quick mission. You go over there, grab the investigation. You don't even need to grab it. You can just come here and then go back if you want to. Not sure why you would do that, but you can do it. Basically, as soon as you go where the investigation is, the mission triggers, even if you don't pick up the investigation. So our investigation is completed. So let's continue. Welcome to the Watchtower. Oh, and we got mail. Oh. Oh, wrong way. I guess I wanted, my subconscious wanted to go check the mail right away. We can do that later.
This is the Watchtower War Room, our state-of-the-art training area. Talk to Beast Boy for access to the simulator where you can practice other hero and villain moves.
It's fun to see lots of Batman Beyond inspired characters right now. I guess people really enjoy the Batman Beyond set of gear, or they've been waiting for that set of gear for a long time and are enjoying it now that they finally have it. Where am I supposed to go? The reactor core. Let's collect our mail first, because why not? Aw, it's so sweet. So we got our stat revamp mods, but we're not going to be able to use them until we reach level.
FireStorm rigged it to power the entire Watchtower.
I could have sworn there was some sort of
Find Hawkman and Cyborg here with
level requirement. I guess I will see the level requirement once I open the box with the items that are inside the box, but I'm not going to open it just yet. I think you have to be combat rating 40 something to be able to use the items in the box. So I'm going to wait a bit before I open the box. Oh, the console is right here, right here. Oh yeah.
pass through the aquacultural area, little green spot in the midst of this gigantic satellite. This is where we keep Star Labs recalibrating attributes devices, or RADs. Want to refocus your skills to refine your edge? Take a look.
By all over the world, she meant all over Gotham and Metropolis.
So there you have it.
I don't know if you guys have seen the DC Universe Online survey. Basically, they asked a few questions. If you go to the DC Universe Online forums, you'll see it's basically Maps who's doing some sort of survey to see what people want, and they're asking questions like if people want to have a new city. Basically, they seem to be trying to figure out what to focus on, what to put the priority on in certain cases. So they're asking people stuff like if they want another city, which was a bit surprising. Basically, some of us had pretty much given whole hope that we would ever get another city someday. So let's see. So usually I'll do the vault normally first, and then I do the ticket. So there's a whole bunch of questions about this universe online. Do you want contents that's more challenging? Do you want content that's less challenging? Again, the styles. Do you want more styles and stuff like that? I don't remember all the things that were asked for, but a few things that did stick out, that did come to mind, was the new city. Just the fact that they're asking about it seems to imply that it is some sort of option that we could get in the future, that at some point we could get a new city. If we ever get a new city, then all the money invested in time capsules will have been worth it. Because I have to admit, I would really appreciate a new city, or even a bigger version of Central City would be appreciated. So either a bigger version of Central City, or a version of Coast City that is not completely destroyed and that is actually a city as opposed to just an instance. But of course, there's a few other cities. Like I wish we could have. There's this city called Supertown, which is pretty much in the universe of the New Gods. It's the city where the New Gods live on New Genesis. You can actually see it when you go to New Genesis. You see this big city floating in the air. That's Supertown. So I wish we could have that. Or even some suggested apocalypse, which would be nice. Let's rearrange my stuff a bit. There we go. Okay, what next? At some point I will make a video about the various bases that we have. I've been meaning to make one for a while. Basically I would probably make a video about each different bases. Like right now you can see that I have... come on, the menu is freezing on me. No. I can't switch from Metropolis. Let's try again. Take two. I'll get it at some point. Holy uber lag, Batman. Okay, let's go for Deco Metropolis, and then let's choose that one. A Carterio. Well, welcome aboard. For those of you guys who are just joining us, basically today I'm going to do live stream all day. Uh, the idea is the goal basically is to try to get our friend Firestorm from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. There's a few reasons behind that. Basically, I missed out the last few live streams, so I'm making it up a bit by having a full day doing live stream. But also, I want to show how it's possible to go from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. And basically, there's a lot of weird misconception that people have when it comes to playing this universe online, and how hard it is to level up characters and how quick it is to level up characters. So people have those weird ideas about all that. And I guess once we reach this point, it would be a good time to go and redeem a few things. So basically, as you can see, I have a bunch of layers. Ideally, I would like at some point to make a video about each layer, because I understand that until you've actually purchased the layers, you have no idea what you're getting. You don't know what the layers really look like. You don't know what the sparring targets even look like, or even the various vendors or base amenities. So basically, I'm aiming to make videos about each layer soon enough. In order to show you, I won't be able to show you all the layers because I don't have them all. But I'll be able to show you at least all those that I have purchased, which is small for a certain amount, as you just saw. So as a rule of thumb, I'll put my mailbox here. I'll put my bank here. So as your friend Oracle just said, the amenities can only be put in markers, and even worse, amenities base items actually can only be put in markers, and amenities can only be put in the purple markers or pink markers, depending on how you want to call that. So sadly, for him, let's go with the crafting. If you want to see, let's show you the sparring target for half a second. So the sparring targets in this layer, it's this little guy here, like almost like a gangster-looking guy. And gangster in the classical sense of the word, not the more recent versions of the gangsters. Oh, I forgot. And all that, I forgot to put this here. This here. And this here. So you can see all friend there, all a gangster friend here. Each layer pretty much have their own sparring targets, and even the same with the backups actually. So here we're going to put, come on. We're going to put that here. There we go. Now we're going to be able to set our free armory. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, items, pretty much most items, you have to put them in blue circles at first. But at some point, as you can see, if you look down there, you'll see markers to unlock free placement, 9 out of 20. So once you actually place 20 items in your base, then you're going to be able to put base items anywhere you want. The exception to that is the amenities. The amenities, you have no choice. You have to put them where there's the pink little circles. It's sad, but that's how it is. So let's imprint our brand new armory. Let's rename it. Come on. We're going to rename it DPS for now. I try to keep it simple for various reasons. The main one is that I have a billion characters, so if I make things a little too complicated, it's going to make it a little more difficult for me. So I try to have shorthands and not shorthands, but certain things that are pretty much standards with all my characters. So that way, no matter which character I use, I don't feel too lost. So we should be done here. Lock and load. Oh yeah. So next will be the World of Tomorrow. I think every mentor seems to have that mission. Because at this point, that seems to be that mission, the mission we'll get all the time. Let's take a quick look at some of the options we have here. So basically you can see all the emblems we have right now. I thought we could customize it a bit more yet, but I guess not. So okay, so we're done here. So let's go to, we're already in Metropolis. So let's get out of here. Probably should check, probably not in the correct area, but we'll fly a bit. Eons ago, when I was playing on PS3, the loading time was so long that I would much prefer to just go outside and go the long way around flying than to have to go through multiple PS3 loading screens. It's not as big deal nowadays, although as time goes by, like I remember when I purchased my PS4, holy crap, the loading time was perfect. It was, as soon as you would get into a room, everything was loaded. I remember the Watchtower. I would go into the Watchtower, and all the crafting stations were already loaded. Like I would go into a wing, and the crafting stations will already be there. I wouldn't have to wait, not even 1 second. Sadly, as time goes by, more and more stuff gets added into the game, you can feel the game getting slower, getting sluggisher, taking more time to render, more time to load. So things that pretty much were gone when I started playing on PS4 2 years and not quite 2.5 years ago, but almost. All the things that were gone, the loading screen, the crappy loading screen, or all that stuff. Sadly, that a lot of that is seems to be back, or it's slowly getting back. And at the rate things are going, at some point, I guess we will be back to things being as bad as they used to be on PS3 2-3 years ago. So slowly but surely, the way the game loads on PS4 is getting more and more how the game used to be on PS3 3-4 years ago. Let's say 4 years ago for now. You're on PS3, Carterio? How is it right now? Because basically 2.5 years ago, when I stopped playing on PS3, holy crap, the game in some areas the game was pretty much unplayable. There were things that I could no longer play, like in the open world, the ring wars or the bank heist. Those were pretty much unplayable because basically I would go over here, and then all the NPCs or the players that would be where you see them right now, they would disappear. So I would come back then towards them, and then it would take 4, 5, 10 seconds before some of them or all of them would reappear, and that was like the bank heist or the ring war. These are PvPs, PvP area instance. I'm not sure how to call them, missions. So basically, doing PvP against players that were invisible was a nightmare.
I call upon you as one who has been proven in battle. Dr. Fate's ward against Trigon has broken.
So already the game was nearly unplayable at the time on PS3. I can only imagine how worse it has gotten on PS3 since then. I can tell you I would not want to play on PS3. Oh, we have not sure why sometimes we'll have players that are flagged as if they were in PvP right now. Not sure why. Even in raids, some raids were pretty much unplayable. I remember some of the tier 5 raids, not even half a year ago, when we got Origin Crisis. When I would try to play the raids on Origin Crisis, some of the effects would not load. Basically, as we were playing, sometimes people would basically call out certain attacks. Like some people would call out, "Watch out for the big ball of energy" or something like that. And some people like myself would be, "What ball of energy? What ball of energy?" And then we would be hit by something that seemed to be invisible, but actually was not. And then when I upgraded my PC not long after that, and then I played the very same missions, like the Paradox Wave. Holy crap! It was night and day. And now I finally saw. I knew what people were talking about. I could actually see the big ball of energy. Hello, Dante. So already way back when, a lot of oh, our poor little guy, he was defeated. Oh, I'm so sad. So already way back when Origin Crisis was brand new, the loading time on Origin Crisis was horrible. Is your PS3 recent? Like, sometimes I wonder if like sometimes I wonder if maybe the more recent version of PS3 is more performing than the older version I had from like 8 years ago. Not unlike how you have a PS4 and a PS4. I'm not sure why I have a PS4 Plus or something. PS4 Pro. Well, there we go. Hello, Jabril. Glad to see you back. But if you don't have any problem on PS3, a Carterio, I'm happy for you. Could be. I thought I heard something. Oh yeah. I think there's... there it is. I usually don't worry about trying to get all the briefings or all the investigations. And there's only a couple of my characters that have all the briefings and investigations. Basically, my multiverse, which used to be my Magneto, I think has all the ones from Gotham and Metropolis. I think there's my Saturn Knight, and maybe another one I failed to recall. Probably my Dark Multiverse. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm so sad now. Yeah, I've played too much as an evil villain, I guess, lately. Well, they've merged PlayStation, PS4, and PC together. So basically, you have on your server, you should have all the same people that I have on my server. Unless you play on the PvP server, then yeah, there's a lot less people on the PvP server. But if not, I'm not sure. Although one of the reasons why PC was performing so well for quite a while, I suppose, was the lack of players. There weren't that many players online, so the servers weren't overpopulated. Quite the opposite, maybe. But I guess, yeah, we could see the same with PS3. PS3, on days when there weren't that many people, yeah, the game would load well enough. Or if you played at 3 a.m. But if you try to play during the day with everyone at peak hour, like if you try to play during the day on a Saturday, holy crap, that was not an option. I could have sworn I would need that little fella here. Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, I thought as much. Oh yeah. So let's try and find ourselves some little demons. So as you can see, obviously, Atom Splitter is a pull move. And it works really well, even though I'm not in tank stance. It works well enough on most enemies. Hello, Abdullah. Still in school, I assume? I'm not sure if I still need some more. By the horn. Oh yeah, I still need 2 more. So come on, little demon. Where are you hiding? I won't hurt you too much, I promise. Aw, no more power. Hello, Moses. Stay in school, Abdullah. At least until you can shave. Oh, I'm still missing one. I'm so sad. Ah, that's good. Did you watch the Flash episode last night? I love the bit when Barry and Iris are in the doctor's office or the psychiatrist's office, and the reaction that Barry makes when he sees the newspaper on the table with Oliver Queen. I won't say what it is, not to spoil it, but it was a fun bit. Well, have a good day at school, Moses. For those who don't know, I'm going to be streaming all day. Obviously, I'll probably make, I don't know, 2 or 3 different streams depending on how things go. Because I don't think I can go forever. I'll probably stop after 3 hours, take a big, small break, and then start the stream over again. And ideally, the goal is to try to get our old friend here, Firestorm, from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. There's quite a few people today. Yes, I still have Spider Kid. I haven't played him in a while though. I'm trying to think of a Spider Day I could make. I was thinking about maybe playing it when we had Spider-Man Homecoming, and somehow it didn't happen. And although I kind of liked Homecoming, I guess I didn't like it that much. I suspected as much.
Trigon is using his daughter, the Titan Raven, to spread his foul energy. Then he will destroy him. Both she and the city.
It was fun the first time I watched it, although I couldn't help but feel like I was watching a movie from the Disney Channel, if it makes any sense.
Trigon holds Raven thralled to his dark will inside the Science Police headquarters. We must free her. But first, use your power to stop the demons spawning and lending their powers to Trigon outside the walls.
There's a little river we're missing. But when I tried to rewatch it, I saw it twice in the theaters, and I liked it well enough. It was fairly funny. But then when I tried to watch it when it was released on DVD or Blu-ray, anyway, whatever, it wasn't as fun as I remembered, which I find it weird. Because there's other films like when I saw Doctor Strange or even Guardians of the Galaxy on Blu-ray later on. Holy crap, those were even better. Yeah, I have a PS4, but I have a PC also. Basically, my Spider-Man is on PC. Because I have two accounts, obviously. No, I do have a PS4. I have a PS4 and I have a PC. I have an account, a DC Universe account on both. And my Spider Kid character is on my PC account. Lately, I've been playing a lot more on my PS4 for various reasons. Well, have a good science, Abdullah. Which is, I guess, one of the reasons also why I'm not playing with my Spider Kids all that much. I'm not telling anyone, I promise. I'll protect your secret identity. Don't worry about that. We still need a few vortices or vortexes. You shouldn't post your name on the live stream if you don't want people to know your name. Too late. You did it. There we go. Oh, a nice belt. Oh yeah, and it's a bit of an upgrade. Again, some of the upgrades we have, not huge upgrades, but a little bit, every little bit counts. I'm not doing that kind of stuff while I play. Usually, if I add you, I'll add you after I'm done the stream. I'm not doing that kind of stuff during the stream because that means interrupting the stream, and I don't want to do that. So after the stream, I'll try to add you. Right now it's Batman. As a rule of thumb, with meta-powered characters, I go with Superman. But somehow with this one, I made an exception, obviously. No, it's Batman. Like you can see, level 17 tech hero. Batman. Oh no! Cyborg is so mean to me. Let's use a little barrel here. Why not? Aw, no more aura. I'm so sad. Let's talk to our friend on the Troy. Hello, Alexandre. Alexandre, how are you today? I didn't make the video you requested just yet. I'm still wondering how I'm going to proceed. And I just also couldn't find the time. Too many videos to make. Oui, c'est sur la liste. J'ai juste pas pris le temps encore de le faire. But soon, I promise. Yes, Nightwing used to be Robin. He was Robin for, I don't know, 40 years. But then someone decided to have him. Lucky you, Alexandre. We have a fairly sunny day today, but it is getting to be a bit chilly, sadly. Not that the fall weather has caught up with us. Hello, Dr. Game Legend. Happy birthday in person. Yeah, I'm thinking about lunch too. Although not just yet. So I don't think we forgot anything. So let's talk to our friend Zatanna.
I'm holding her body in one place, but Raven's fighting Trigon deep in her soul. I can feel it.
So we made it to level 17 in 2 hours, almost and a half.
A true magical warrior can enter that soul
So
side.
if all goes well, we should be level 30, probably around 4 or 5.
I can't keep Raven from doing for long.
Have a good day, Moses.
She wants us to help.
Moses? I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'm very sorry about that. So for those who don't know, today is Dr. Game Legend's birthday. So feel free to wish him a happy birthday. Yeah, I know. You're the latest member I added to the league. Although there's not sadly many of us, as I'm sure you've noticed. There's maybe me, you, and one other right now. There used to be more, but they pretty much all stopped playing. Which happened a couple of times, sadly. I'm good. That's okay, I can do it with my Saturn Knight character. Basically, I have two characters. I have two accounts, and I have two characters that can invite NPCs to the game, uh, members to the league, I should say. Sure, if you want to join, everyone's welcome. Very small league, don't expect too much. And very casual league, so again, don't expect too much, but we won't expect too much either. Meaning there's no expectations at all. I think we're done here. So let's get out of here. But Acarterio, yeah, I have a hard time sometimes. Acarterio, if you want to join the league, you should join a bit later, or maybe tomorrow. Basically, in order to be able to invite you into my league, I need to be logged in with either my Saturn Night character or my Multiverse character. So today I'm not going to be playing with either of those characters. I'm going to be playing with Firestorm only. So tomorrow, if you log in with whatever your character is, when I do the live stream, I could invite you in the league then. So tomorrow at 5, I should log in with my, let's say, Multiverse character, and I could invite you to the league then. Or just leave me a comment in the comment section asking later on when I could log in with my Multiverse character, and we'll arrange some sort of meeting. So let's see what's in the box. Oh, we already have better hand blasters, but it's okay. So I guess we're doing the Bestiomorph mission. Oh, see you, Moses. Forgot, didn't notice your message. Yeah, paying attention to the game and the chat, not always a good idea. Or not always possible, or an option. Sometimes I focus too much on the game, don't see the chat. Sometimes I focus too much on the chat and I get knocked out in the game. It happens. I'm toying with the with adding more games to the mix. Like basically, you saw I posted a whole bunch of Destiny videos. Basically, I had recorded a whole bunch of Destiny footage and somehow had failed to post them. So now I did what I didn't want to do. I posted a whole bunch of them all at once in order to try to catch up. moderator for what? Not really. I don't. Honestly, I don't really need a moderator. There's very little moderation to do. I don't. Uh, I don't ban people's comments. I don't block people. I don't do anything like that. Uh, Everything is pretty much organized by default. But thanks for the offer. I don't really need a moderator. Unless you can tell me why some comments sometimes don't seem to appear in the comment sections. Like there was this little app that I tried at some point. It was supposed to help me improve how to manage the comments or the YouTube in general. And basically it didn't really help all that much. And also it did seem to suggest that there were some comments that were there were some invisible comments. Or some comment. It was implying that there were some comments that I wasn't seeing. But when I tried to use the option to be able to see invisible comments, it didn't show anything. So it's as if they were showing me false invisible comments somehow. Maybe to make me use the app a bit more. I don't know.
We have to get to Wonder Girl quickly.
Well, let's use this here instead. And let's use this here. Let's try our unleashed antimatter on this little guy here. Not bad. Oh, almost forgot.
Circe's beasts will know where Giganta has taken Wonder Girl. Seek out Lieutenant Pythia.
I'm not sure if I would say that, but it seems to be pretty darn good. Although it seems to be power hungry, but maybe that's just a false impression. Because basically it's not as bad right now because I've upgraded. I pretty much have almost all my gear right now. But when I didn't have everything, it seemed as if it was power hungry, but it could just be again a false impression. But so far it's pretty neat. That's in February. I was pretty much born like the coldest day ever. When I was born, even polar bear thought it was cold.
To Wonder Girl's body. This is really
So it was cold.
no pun intended.
If you ever saw The Empire Strikes Back, if you remember the planet Off, that was a summer day in comparison to when I was born. Also, I live in the north, like north of the states, so it's sadly a bit cold during winter time. Just in case some don't realize, of course, I'm kidding a bit. I've never been to Massachusetts. At least, I don't think I did. If I did, it was probably during a bus ride going from point A to point B, and somehow we crossed through Massachusetts. It's been a while since I went to the States, though. Probably should go someday. I thought I was missing something. There we go. Just one more. I'm not sure why to bother with that anymore, but I did give us a mark of victory and some experience, so that alone was worth it, I suppose. So we'll probably do that mission and call it quits after for a short break. We'll see after this mission. I guess I'll decide after this mission how short the break will be.
Giganta once wanted to possess my own body. Now Circe must have promised her Wonder Girls. Knowing Giganta, her greed and impatience will lead her to rush the ritual. Go carefully. A mistake could condemn the truth.
Oh, no more power. I'm so sad. So for those who maybe just joined us, basically today will be I'll be making a live stream all day. I'll probably take a short break here and there. The idea or the goal is to try to get our little friend here from level 1 to level 30 in a single day. So let's see if we can do that. So it'll probably be in multiple segments of 3 hours each. So I'll stream for 3 hours, take a short break, stream for 3 hours, take a short break, something like that. Unless, of course, there's some technical issue or technical limitation that prevents me from doing that. I've never done this before, so it could happen that there's something that I don't know. Maybe we can only do 1 stream a day. I'm making up a lame excuse, lame examples, but you get the idea. Maybe there's something I don't know about streaming on YouTube that will prevent me from streaming all day. I don't think so, but you never know. Oh yeah, some nice boots. Let's see if they're a bit better than what I have. Ah, you should. If you enjoy the game, there's no reason not to be a member, unless you cannot afford to. We'll see you, Dr. Game Legend. We'll still be here probably when you come back from school. We'll see. So getting the aura is not that difficult, although sometimes you just don't get the opportunity. Either enemies die too quickly, so you don't really have the time to go through. Basically, you need to do the combos 3 times. 2, 3. So once you do the combos 3 times, then you get the aura. Usually, the atomic aura allows you to do extra damage and a few other things. It'll probably help if I free our little friend here. Hello, Gabriel. Gabriel Laguerre. With that kind of name, I would assume you're a Frenchman. But I could be mistaken. French Canadian? Or just with some French ancestry? Asian. Ah, I see. It makes sense.
Now I will transfer my powerful mind into Wonder Girl's body, and the strength of the gods will be mine!
25% Canadian? Well, that's good enough. But Asian is good too. We take everyone here. I have to break the crystals. I was in too much of a hurry to fight the evil Giganta, who took the form of Wonder Girl. So are you a Canadian who's in Haiti, or a Haitian who's in Canada? That kind of hurts.
Back in my own skin again. You really don't appreciate how awesome your boots are until you walk around in someone else's. I'll take care of Big Bertha here.
Oh yeah, level up. Oh no, actually a feat. That's good. Good enough. Let's equip. We got a Praetorian chest piece, I think. Oh yeah. I think we're done with the blasters. So decisions. Do I go for flight powers or do I go for stat points? Oh, you live in America. Well, you're welcome, Acarteria. Glad I was able to help. We're not going to take iconic powers with this little guy. Usually I'll take at least a couple of iconic powers, but maybe next time. So here we're going to go for our focus for our character, and as you can see we have a few skill points, so we're going to be able to use that. And I will probably go with super powered. I need, as you saw, I need a bit more power to be able to do my combos. So the 25% power regeneration should help at least a little bit. Here, not really. And especially not that one. So let's go for, obviously, we're going to go like this. Not today, Gabriel. I'm trying to basically level up this character from level 1 to level 30 on its own in a single day. For a few reasons. First, to show that it's actually possible to do. To debunk a few misconceptions that people have about how long it takes to level up a character from level 1 to level 30, and how difficult it is also. Some people seem to think that it takes weeks to go up from level 1 to level 30. Some people seem to think that it's very difficult to do. So I'm trying to pretty much debunk that. I should probably use that, but maybe later. But maybe some other time, Gabriel. Oh yeah, do so. Although this is one of my many alternate characters, um, if you look at my other videos, I have a character called the Multiverse, which is pretty much my main. Ideally, that's probably the character you want to invite. But actually, I have a whole bunch of characters. So you could look at my various. You don't even have to look at all the videos. Just look at my YouTube page, and you'll see a whole bunch of my characters. Actually, I have a video with all my characters. I forget how it's called. My character roster or something like that. So you could look at that to try to find my main character or even some of my other characters. But yeah, add me as a friend, and we'll play. We'll definitely play at some point. Ideally, if we could get 8 players, more or less in the same. Actually, it doesn't have to be. More, if we could get 8 players who are willing to do the same missions, that would be awesome. But it's always a bit tricky. Sometimes high-level players don't want to do low-level missions, and obviously low-level players just cannot do high-level missions. So that's a bit of a bummer sometimes. So let's go back to our base. So basically, after 3 hours, we brought our character from level 1 to level, let's see, to level 19. So about almost two-thirds of the way through. And the only boost we used was the boost that was given to us at level 5, level 7, I forget. I'm not sure why I keep those weapons. I'll probably sell them on a broker. Okay, so here, guys, we crossed the 3 hour marks, so we'll probably stop here for a short break. Well, actually, let's stop for the lunch break. It's 12:03 p.m. Let's say it's 12 p.m. here. So at 1 p.m. we'll start again. So in 1 hour. So 1 hour from now we'll start again for the part two of our broadcast that will last most of the day, and where we'll try to take our friend Firestorm from level 1 to level 30 in one day. So again, in terms of levels, uh, we're about 2/3 of the way through. But from level 19 to level 30, it'll probably take a bit longer to level up. But I guess we'll see. So that's it for now, guys. So again, we start again in 1 hour. So go have lunch, take a break, do whatever it is you want to do, and let's come back in 1 hour. So that's it for now, guys. See you in a bit. Bye bye.